Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tipsy Flicks. Before we get going, we did run trivia on our Instagram last week, and we ran 10 questions that were really freaking hard.
Yeah,
really hard questions. And we have a winner who got 5 out of 10 of our questions. Guess who it was?
Who was it, Gary?
It was Raymond Stefan Brandon.
Raymond,
shout out to you, my guy, because
Congrats,
you
Raymond.
freaking killed it in the trivia. The next closest person was 3. This was a tough trivia. If I wasn't looking up the answers as I posted them, I would not have known as I shake my mic. Thank you so much for participating in our trivia. If you want to shout out just like Raymond here, please participate in our Instagram at the Tipsy Flakes Trivia. But that's besides the fact. Please enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
Hello, Devoted. Welcome to another episode of Tipsy Flicks. I'm your host, Gary Boucher.
Hi,
and
Gary.
as always, Mrs. Mia Wallace is here.
Mrs. Mia Wallace.
Mrs. Mia Wallace. And I am Vincent Vega, a.k.a. Gary Boucher, your host of Tipsy Flicks. 3rd episode, man. We did it.
Yeah, 3 episodes in, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. We're going to keep on going. This train is keep on rolling.
By the way, this is a real gun. It is loaded, and it's a wild card. Who knows if it's going to go off in the episode? It's not.
I hope it does on me.
Hey, come on. We got to get to the episode, man. So we are, of course, reviewing Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino's perhaps most significant movie, would you say?
Probably his most familiar, I'd say. I mean, most people know Pulp Fiction. When you say Quentin Tarantino, this is probably the first movie that comes to mind.
One of the biggest movies of the last 30 years, arguably the biggest, I would say.
Absolutely. I mean, how many people know Pulp Fiction?
Everybody. Even if you haven't seen it, like My Dearest, you know it, right? And so starting off from producer Michaela, we have these wonderful drinks. These are Big Kahuna adrenaline shots. So starting off, we are supposed to take our adrenaline shot right here in our mouths.
Oh, this is going to get messy.
Take it in the mouth.
So we just take it in the mouth? Okay, so I got to think about a way to do this so it doesn't get everything messy. So I'm just going to
ready? I go.
Woo!
Ooh,
that's good.
Ooh, wow.
That's really good.
Okay. We love Red Bull. It gives you wings. Then starting off, we can step out our adrenaline shots now. As you know, this was a reference to the Big Kahuna Burger.
Yes, it was.
And the hit 1994 film Pulp Fiction. Cheers, my guy. Cheers, my good sir. All right.
You guys know the cocaine here on the tip of the glass?
Is that that's what cocaine tastes like?
Yeah, hold on.
I might want to try cocaine now.
Let me channel my inner Mia Wallace. Ready? God damn.
Don't overdose, though. Don't overdose.
That probably looks so disgusting on the camera.
I honestly would love to stab a needle into your chest. It's one of my fantasies, man.
Do it.
This is the first time I met you in 2016. I want to freaking stab that guy.
You're just like, I want to stab that guy with a needle. Just right in his chest.
Okay.
Don't spill your Kahuna.
Pulp Fiction, man.
Yes.
So we just got done watching this movie not 10 minutes ago. As always, we want to start off with our drunk synopses. We are drunk, and we're going to tell you, in our words, what this movie is about. Yep. So last week I went first. I'm going to pass the torch to you, my good sir.
Gosh. So
Mr. Mia Wallace.
I didn't prepare for this, so this is going to be on the spot. But my drunk synopsis is a Jesus freak.
Who's the Jesus freak?
Jules.
Oh, Jules. Yeah, you're right. That's okay. You're right.
Yeah, a Jesus freak, a washed-up greaser, and a boxer who never wins, who wants to be a wannabe, Muhammad Ali, all cross paths in some of the most unfamiliar ways. Okay,
that was a log line. That was not a synopsis.
You know what? Sometimes synopsis have to be big. How do you tell somebody what this movie's about? You go, oh, what's Pulp Fiction about?
Okay.
Let me tell you.
That's a good way to pitch a drunk synopsis. So I'm at a party. Someone asked me, oh my God, what's Pulp Fiction about? Okay, it's about gangsters in LA caught up in a conspiracy. It's funny. It's got violence. It's got murder. It's got great one-liners. If I was gonna tell you the plot, I'm trying to work this shit out in my brain, man.
How do you? I mean, like
it's told out of order.
Yeah, this movie is non-linear. So how do you go about going? Okay, this movie, this is how it happens. You go, no, okay, well, this seems a little out of order. This seems a little out of order. There's no right way to tell it. You just have to watch it.
Butch leaving on the motorcycle. That's technically in the story. Last scene in the movie. So the first scene
is the first scene in the movie.
No. The first scene in the movie is them at the diner. and they're gonna do a stick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
So
Sorry,
the first
you're
scene
right,
is
you're
them
right.
going to go shoot
Brett, because they fucked
the
over
big
Mark.
brain on Brett.
The big brain on Brett.
Yes. This movie is so complicated to talk about the plot, but it's iconic. You know, the first time I watched this movie, I was 15 years old. I remember vividly because we all said, we're going to go in this room. We're going to watch Pulp Fiction. We played a game of Monopoly for whatever reason. That's a shitty-ass board game. And after we gave up on that, because no one wants to spend 4 hours playing fucking Monopoly, we watched Pulp Fiction, and my 15-year-old mind was blown.
Really?
It truly was.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had never seen a movie like this in my life.
Right.
I mean, you've seen gangster movies, but this is not a gangster movie.
No,
You've seen comedy
not at
movies.
all.
This is not a comedy movie. It brings in everything. I mean, is it safe to say that Tarantino had his magnum opus in his second movie that he's ever made?
I'd say that's. I mean, that's that's hard to say.
It's
Because
tough.
Tarantino has, love him or hate him, he has really well developed characters. His stories are really well told, and they're told in such an interesting way and through a lot of like. So Tarantino is one of those figures that makes movies that pays homage to movies. His movies are about movies, and in any small capacity they are. So it's like it's hard to say that that's his magnum opus, but I would say it's definitely up there with his top, in his top 5 movies he's made, because like he was so young at this time, like he was hungry, he was ready. I mean, he just came off Reservoir Dogs, which did pretty well at Cannes.
Let me ask, gun to your head, top 3 Tarantino movies.
Okay, I'd say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's going to be one that people
A modern
probably
classic.
disagree with me about, but I love that movie.
Great movie.
Probably Pulp Fiction. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is probably hard to choose, but I'd say it's probably a tie between either, it's Django.
I was
It's
gonna
Django.
say, did you say it's between
But I hate
Django or
saying
Inglourious
I hate
Bastards?
saying Django because like it's a white dude that wrote a movie about black slavers, so it's like hard to say like that's appropriate.
I'm a little drunk. I'm not even gonna comment on that. That's just
It's too much for.
I'm gonna end up getting
Our
roasted for that, man.
I'm still pointing the gun. At
I
my head.
think, put that thing down. That's a loaded gun.
No, but I mean, it's probably not. My neurons aren't firing fast
Yeah.
enough for that to really comprehend how to
Yeah.
describe that to the audience. But yeah, I mean, like, so for those who don't know, like, Django was the movie that introduced me to
Tarantino?
cinema. Yeah,
to
and Tarantino.
cinema?
To cinema.
Tell me about your backstory. How did that
So,
introduce
yeah.
you to cinema?
Okay, so like any cliche film bro,
Yeah.
I was driving home from Vegas when I was 14, 15.
You were driving?
Oh, I was in the back
You were in the
seat,
car. I was
yes.
like, wow, you
with
really-
a friend.
Your parents went hard.
You know what's
Too hard.
Yeah, what's funny? What's funny is I actually went to Vegas for some kind of like driving course. Where if you went to Vegas and you did this driving course, you get money off your insurance. So my parents enrolled me in that, and so I went to Vegas and I did this thing with my other friend, and we were driving back, and her dad was like, "Hey, I have a DVD player. You guys can watch some movies on the way back. It's a 5-hour drive, 4-hour drive, whatever. And here's some movies I rented." And one of those was Django. And so I watched Django, and the movie literally concluded right when we pulled to my house. And I was like, holy shit. You can make a movie like that? And so I told my dad, I'm like, I just watched this movie on the way home from Vegas. It was so good. And I started
Yeah.
to tell him all about it. Sorry, I'm burping into the mic.
Wow. Burp away. This is the 3rd episode. We're obviously drunk. We're obviously going to burp in the mic. If you don't like burping sounds, go listen to another podcast. I don't really know what to tell you. Man,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I told my dad about it, and he's not surprised because he's heard of Quentin Tarantino. So he's like, you should probably watch that movie, Pulp Fiction.
You had a dad?
You might like it.
I didn't.
Oh
I
my
actually-
God.
I didn't know my dad. That's what's funny about us.
I had a dad.
Hey, Dad, if you're watching this, I didn't have you. Please continue with your.
You didn't have your father?
I didn't know him at all.
You got some cocaine on your lips.
Ooh, well, that's a snack for later, baby. Okay, please continue with your
Anyway.
emotional backstory here.
Anyway, so he tells me about Pulp Fiction. He's like, you should probably check that movie out. You might like it. So I'm like, okay.
Your dad
So-
told you that after you watched Django.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah,
So
Dad.
that weekend we are going to. I went to stay at this like water park resort thing. Oh, our dogs just had a
Ooh.
spat.
We have some guest dogs on the podcast.
Oh man,
They are
The pups are mad.
vying.
the pups aren't
for
liking this podcast.
top of the food chain.
They're telling us.
right
They're telling us this is gonna be a flop. Which you're not wrong, Jones.
I think this isn't bad though, because everybody likes dogs.
Yeah.
I think most people like dogs.
Yeah, I mean, how many other podcasts do you hear when you hear dogs bark in the back?
No.
And you're like,
Unless it's
you're
a
like,
dog
is that pups?
podcast.
Is that pups?
We
I
love pups. Yeah.
Anyway, so let me finish this story finally.
Yeah, yeah,
God damn it. So we go to this like water park resort thing. Yeah, I was like 14, 15 years old, and everyone went to the movie or went to the water park, and I stayed back and I watched Pulp Fiction on this little TV, and I went, holy shit. And
Amen.
but yeah, that was my first introduction to Quentin Tarantino, and yeah, I mean, I was your typical film, but like I tried to show everyone. I was like, you gotta watch Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is so good. It's out of order. There's always, the situations, the dialogue, all of that.
What stayed with you the most? So this is, I mean, for me, this is probably the 7th or 8th time I've watched Pulp Fiction. I don't know for you, but what do you think sticks out for you the most? Like the most significant, memorable part of Pulp Fiction?
Probably the dialogue and the soundtrack. I mean, he has
the conversations. Okay, let me ask you right now. Is giving a woman a foot rub, is that sexual? Like, if you don't know where, that's sexual, right?
You're putting your little fingers in between little piggies, and you're trying to take them back to the barn.
Foot fucking master right here.
Yeah, you're trying to take them back to the barn. Of course it's sexual.
It is
and also,
sexual.
For the record, that's the first time we really get a foot reference out of Mr. Tarantino.
If you have a buddy who's a gangster and you're scared of him and his wife asks you for a foot rub and you give it to her, you got to know. Like Vincent said, that means something.
Oh, 100%.
It really
if
does.
I came home and some random dude was just caressing Michaela's feet,
you would slit his throat.
I would slit his throat.
Amen. Straight up. I would do the same. If I went home and some foot fucking master was massaging my significant other's feet.
Now, if Jules or Vincent Vega was doing that, I would back off.
I don't know about that. Yeah. That's what sticks out to me the most is the way that he can make regular conversations beautiful and engaging in these scenes. I think that
Gary's gonna touch my hair because
honestly,
I have a Mia Wallace wig right now.
Mia Wallace.
I have a wig on right now.
Is that a $5 milkshake?
It is a $5 milkshake.
Wow.
Yeah. A little bit of Bacardi in it, bitch.
What?
Oh.
But I think for me the most engaging part of this movie are not the action scenes, the scenes where people get shot. It's when people are sitting talking about random shit.
Yeah.
But it reveals so much about them, and
yeah.
he can make it so engaging. People talking about shit.
So fun fact is, like, people after they saw this movie that were going to make films, or young filmmakers or young screenwriters, they thought, oh my god, I can break that rule of writing like a 10-minute scene of just dialogue. And there's only certain people that can get away with it, and Quentin Tarantino's one of those. I can listen to his characters talk all damn day.
You know what the pitfall is of Tarantino?
What?
You go to film school. You go to screenwriting school.
Right.
And
Oh, here
everybody,
it comes. I know this.
Everybody thinks they are
this.
the next Tarantino, and
Yep.
they write 12-page dialogue scenes.
Yep.
If you're listening to this and you're a beginning writer, do not write a 12-page dialogue scene because it will be shit. And I guarantee you're not the next Tarantino. You're the next you. But
yes,
Tarantino is a master because he's Tarantino, first of all.
Yes.
And Tarantino has simultaneously made and ruined young filmmakers. Though
Yes.
I will say, watching this movie, I was so resentful because I was like, I could have made a movie fucking like this.
Yeah, exactly.
But never in my life could I have made anything close to this.
Yeah, my phone's out with notes, by the way. I'm not just cruising through Twitter.
Going on Twitch.
So I have my first note here. I really wanted to share a tips we thought pretty early in this conversation.
Yes.
So, do you think that Mia Wallace was the first e-girl?
No, I think that the girl with the piercings was the first
I was thinking that. I was like, everyone always...
The girl was like, I got a piercing in my clit. I got a piercing in my tongue to help with fellatio. Clit's not a swear word. Clit is a body part, and she pierced it. I mean, imagine if you pierced the tip of your penis. And she pierced the tip of her...
It's called a Prince Henry.
Clitoris. How much would that hurt?
I don't know.
Only e-girls could.
Only e-girls. I mean, she even had like the sword earring, and I'm like, I see dudes walking around with those. Like, that's crazy. We're copying styles from 30 years ago.
Yeah, straight up.
Even Vincent Vega has those little hoop earrings, and I'm like, dog, that is hard. I want some of those.
Hell yeah.
I would rock the shit out of those.
I got little baby hoops.
Oh, you got baby hoops? Show the baby. Ooh.
I don't know if you can see them right here. I got baby hoops.
Ooh, those are some Sonic the Hedgehog hoops.
So, okay, is Mia Wallace the first e-girl? I think that maybe her attitude is in line with the TikTok e-girls who we see. This is based
Yeah.
off my old man limited understanding of e-girls. I have a 14-year-old sister and a 12-year-old sister.
And they're gonna watch this and say,
If
"Oh,
they watch this, they'd be
Gary
like,
just said clit."
She,
Yeah. I mean, it's reality. I mean, come on.
they would.
I'm not
you know
saying
what?
it again.
I do want to show them Pulp Fiction and say, is this girl an e-girl? But if you combine Mia Wallace's attitude with the Pearson girls vibe, I think yes.
Yeah, I
she
can
is.
definitely agree with you there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
my second tipsy thought,
Yeah.
and I want to get back to this talking about the movie in general, but do you think after rewatching it, I mean, for me, it's been 3 years since I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Do you think that Pulp Fiction is still the typical film bro movie that you hear when you talk to people that like movies? Like, is it one? Because everyone knows those people, and they're like, "What's your favorite movies?" It's always like the Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, the Spielberg, but there's always that one guy that's like, Pulp Fiction. Have you seen it? Let me take you on a date and let me show it to you.
You know what's wild is Pulp Fiction is like unattainable.
Yeah.
Because it's non-linear,
Yeah.
it's so much harder to make than even like an Inception
Yeah.
type.
100%. I think it's just so
movie.
different that people didn't know how to take it at the time, and people that love movies love this movie because it's just so out of whack. It changed a lot of things for modern filmmaking. So you have to imagine you have this movie that's non-linear, you have this dialogue that's just catchy, and these characters that are gangsters, but they're likable. You
Yeah.
like Jules, you like Vince, you even like
I've
you
never
even like
liked a
Honey Bun.
gangster more than in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Truly.
Even
I
Christopher
haven't.
Walken with
Yeah.
the watch up his ass.
Up my ass. This uncomfortable hunk of metal I wore up 2 years up my ass. Christopher Walken with an all-time 3-minute cameo.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that this is an all-time film bro movie. It's almost been retroactively canceled because people make fun of people who like Pulp Fiction, but
Right.
Pulp Fiction is so good that I don't
Yeah.
even know how to talk about it outside of the
100%.
fact that it's like, in terms of filmmaking, 100 out of 100, 10
Yeah.
out of 10. Soundtrack,
100%.
cinematography, acting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The cast in this movie,
Yeah.
nobody misses a beat. You know, sometimes you watch movies nowadays and there's like one actor you can pinpoint. You're like, oh man, that's a shitty ass actor.
Yeah.
They're fucking the casting director. But no one in this movie fucked the casting director. This movie, the acting across the board was incredible.
Yeah.
I have really no negative thoughts, and
Yeah.
it's deservedly a film bro movie. And things get blown out of proportion like Pulp Fiction because they're so good for a reason.
Right.
Because it's like an all-time movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, after I saw this movie, I could. This is the movie that I can quote up and fucking down.
Let me say, you and I, as we went through, we quoted the
Yeah.
shit out of this
100%. The whole what conversation with Jules. We were both just sitting there going,
Say
What?
what
"Wait, in a
again?
country I ever heard of, they speak English and what?" Exactly. Come on.
What? Okay, let me ask you, before we move on, what's your favorite scene in Pulp Fiction? There's a lot of freaking scenes. They're all told out of order. What is your favorite, most memorable scene in this movie?
Damn, that's hard. Dude, there's so many. It's
Yeah.
so hard to choose. I think most people would say the quote unquote the first scene out of the movie with the where they go to the apartment and they see Brett. But for me, I think this is gonna sound fucking weird, but because it's so out of place, the Gimp scene just throws everybody. You know what? I'd say when Bruce Willis comes home, when he gets to the watch off the kangaroo stand,
When he shoots
and,
John Travolta.
and he shoots John Travolta, who
Me.
just took a shit and now literally hit the shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, that whole sequence with Bruce Willis from that point on is just bonkers. Like fucking like you just. I remember watching that when they hit the pawn shop and they go down the Gimp, all that shit. I was like, where the fuck? How the fuck did we end up here?
Yeah.
And I'm down for it. This just went from like 50 to 1,000.
It really, I mean, I was watching it with my significant other and she was like, what the fuck is going on? And even me, it's like, I know what's going to happen, but I'm like, they really did that. They really made them get fucked and raped by these fucking Confederate pawn shop having douchebags, and then cut them in half with a katana, shot their dick off with a shotgun. Oh my god.
No, man.
It's really
I'm pretty fucking
I'm
far
pretty
from
fucking far
okay.
from okay. Probably okay. Like,
You hear me, hillbilly boy?
I don't know if it's the most memorable line from the movie, but in terms of the best delivered line from the actor, nah,
Yeah.
man, I'm pretty fucking far
Nah.
from okay.
You hear me, hillbilly boy? I'm gonna go medieval on your ass.
That's such a good line.
Yeah.
If I was gonna say my most memorable scene, I think actually the first and last scene, aka the robbery in the diner that ends up with Samuel L. Jackson delivering his monologue with his gun up.
Great scene.
I mean, 95% because of Samuel L. Jackson. And the fact that it all comes full circle so perfectly.
Yeah.
I think that if I was going to say my favorite scene, it's actually that last scene in the movie because everything is disjointed, it's told out of order, but it really comes together. And that last scene, there's actually a character who really changes throughout the course of the movie, which is Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Yeah.
If you're going to argue the protagonist of a movie like this, it's got to be him.
I mean, even Vincent has an arc too. Like, you know, I didn't really occur to me until we rewatched this, but like, he's at the beginning, he's judgmental type about Mia Wallace and the foot massage, and then by the end of it, after experiencing the OD and taking her on a date,
My typical Thursday night.
Yeah,
ODing on heroin.
does Jesse OD?
Just Jesse OD?
Yeah, Jesse's his girlfriend. Does she OD?
I stab her in the heart every night with a needle. If her parents are listening,
What?
that is not true. Please.
What?
She does not do heroin. I don't do heroin. But
I hope we're talking about heroin here.
heroin. Oh, what?
I stick her with my needle every night. I was like, what?
That's very.
You said it.
I did not mean it in that way. Don't kill me.
Why do we get so sexual when we're drunk? Why?
Dude, I wanted to ask you. So, the next big category that we have is recasting. Recasting Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, I got my recasting right here.
If I was a director and I was gonna remake this movie nowadays, I have a few actors written down. I'm gonna go through my list first. You went first last time. I'll go through my list first.
You go first.
Samuel L. Jackson. Let's say our pick at the same time for the Samuel L. Jackson character.
Okay. One, two, three.
Lakeith
Stanfield.
Yes. Stanfield.
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay.
Get Out. Uncut Gems. Knives Out.
He was in Knives Out.
Oh,
also
and Judas.
Atlanta and Judas and Black Messiah and Atlanta. Lakeith Stanfield. Low key, my favorite actor. Actually, high key, my favorite actor in the world right now.
High key.
He's so weird, but so raw.
Yeah.
I think he would do so well in that Samuel L. Jackson role.
Man,
delivering those lines.
he got gypped this year. The last
did.
Oscars.
No,
he got gypped.
Judas and the Black Messiah, best movie I saw in 2020, by the way. Next up, we have the Bruce Willis. I'm going to tell you my pick, then you tell me your pick. My pick for the Bruce Willis character, Butch, Adam Driver.
Interesting pick.
Adam Driver. I think that
pick.
he's so quirky, and the scenes with Butch and what's her name, Fabiana, are so weird. Bruce Willis is pretty funny, but I think Adam Driver brings another level of weird and funny to those scenes.
Yes, that's much different than what I picked. I actually picked Chris Pratt or Ryan Gosling.
Pratt or Gosling, just like a straight up macho ass.
Yeah,
dude.
just a macho dude that's just he's got more hair on his chest than I do. I could definitely see that.
You don't have hair on your chest? You got big ass calves.
I got big ass calves, little hairs on my chest.
I have. I got some hair on my chest.
Got a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, I have the John Travolta character next.
Ooh, here we go.
Who I'm casting is Vincent Vega. If I'm directing this movie in 2020 is Daniel Craig.
Ooh.
Daniel.
Wow,
Craig.
that's a
because
pick from out
of
field.
Knives Out. Daniel Craig is hilarious, and I think that if we could get him delivering some one-liners, I think that as Hunter licks his cocaine so succulently.
God damn, I said God damn.
I think Daniel Craig as Vincent Vega would be really good. You know, I mean, I'm assuming he's coming out of James Bond.
Yeah.
He's tired of doing James Bond. He wants to do something different. Oh, we're remaking Pulp Fiction. I'll be Vincent Vega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's my pick.
I had a different pick. I had Kit Harington.
Wow, Jon Snow.
I know. It sounds a little bit unusual, but I think Kit Harington could play a really good Vincent Vega. He would just have to really nail that American accent.
Wow, you know what? I'm watching the movie in my head right now.
I just blew his mind.
If we can get Kit Harington on the pod
Please,
to deliver some lines,
hey.
that would be sick.
Hey,
Kit Harington
hey,
as
baby.
Vincent Vega.
Hey.
Interesting choice. You know, I like it. It's out of left field, and we're remaking this movie. We want to shake up.
Right.
My next one as the Uma Thurman character. Guess who I have? Guess. As Uma Thurman, Mrs. Mia Wallace, Hunter Gap.
Carey Mulligan?
Not Carey Mulligan. She's fantastic. I have Zendaya. I have Zendaya playing
Zendaya would
Mrs.
be
Mia
awesome.
Wallace.
How come I never thought
Do
of
I
that?
even need an explanation for Zendaya as the
No.
Uma Thurman character, Mrs. Mia Wallace? I don't think I do.
My God,
I think she would really fill
that's
that
a
role.
great take. That's
Thanks,
a great
man.
take. Zendaya would be awesome. Zendaya's awesome.
Zendaya is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Zendaya, friend of the podcast.
I'd be privileged. I'd be so privileged to work with Zendaya. That'd be awesome. I chose.
Who you got?
God, I went.
Carey Mulligan?
Whitewash. No, I went for Jennifer Lawrence.
Not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick.
Not
But
a
I
bad
could've
pick
thought
at all.
outside the
She's
box.
like one of the. If you were to hold a gun to my head and say, "Hey, we're gonna make a movie. You have to make a movie where the actress wins Best Actress, and you have to pick right now." I would pick Jennifer Lawrence. I 100% would.
Okay.
I would. That's not a bad pick. She's a great pick. Why did you pick Jennifer Lawrence as Mrs. Mia Wallace?
Solely on her performance in American Hustle. She just plays. She's so diverse. Everyone seems to know her from The Hunger Games, but for me, it's American Hustle. She just plays so many different cards in that game. In that movie, she's
Great movie.
She's manipulative. She's sexy, but she's also like stern, and that's Mia
Sexy.
Wallace. Well, like Mia Wallace acts sexy in this movie. She almost seduces John Travolta.
I don't know if this means anything. Mia Wallace looks a lot like my mom, Shelly, and
Are
you know how
saying
many
I like
times I've
that?
been
Are you
told?
saying I think your mom is sexy?
No, don't.
Please don't say that.
Don't say that.
I
My
know
mom.
I know your mom, and I don't want her to know that.
My mom is a friend of the podcast. I'm just saying she's been compared to Uma Thurman in terms of face before. Next up, I have.
Shelly, I swear to God, I thought that's what he was saying.
I don't know if you picked a recasting category for this character. Harvey
Jesus
Keitel,
Christ.
the wolf. Harvey Keitel, the guy who teaches them how to clean up the Mr. Murdered. What's his name? Marvin Murder. Who I have on my shirt. Marvin's brains right here.
Oh man, you shot Marvin in the face.
This is gonna really throw you for a loop. Who I have, if I was gonna recast Harvey Keitel, I have Daphne Keane. Daphne Keane plays the little girl in Logan. The girl who is like
Ooh.
mini Logan because
Ooh.
she shows up, she means business, she doesn't take shit from anybody, and
Mhm.
I would love to see her screaming at a bunch of grown men, getting them to go clean up brains. I think that Daphne Keane, aka Mini Logan, is my pick.
Okay, well that's
for
a
Harvey
good
Keitel.
that's
yeah.
a good pick. I think I have two choices because one of these men are deceased. I would choose either Bruce Dern.
Is he dead?
Bruce Dern. No, he's not.
Okay.
He was just in a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He plays Django, slave owner in Django.
The dude
And
who's
she-
like screwing Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if he were still alive, God rest his soul, probably Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. Oh, Burt Reynolds would be good.
Yeah, that's what
I
choose.
really like Burt Reynolds in that role. That's
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, I don't know how he'd be if in his old age, but I mean,
Yeah.
hey, if he was still going to go for another movie before he passed away.
This
then
is a
it shows.
podcast for another time, but we could talk about the implications of the fact that they really do have the technology to replace actors in Hollywood. If you've seen Rogue One or The Irishman, it's really a thing. And
Let's
it's
not
kinda,
do that.
It's kind of freaky. Let's do this sober. Next up, I have the Christopher Walken character. This is my last two. Christopher Walken, who hid the watch up his ass. I have good old he's an actor's actor, Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's a good pick.
I think if you need somebody to deliver a monologue in 3 minutes, and once again you hold a gun to my head, Benedict Cumberbatch, I think he would do fantastic in that 3-minute cameo. Though Christopher Walken, can you really ever match the I hid the watch up my ass and that help it in Hanoi for 2 years?
Hunk of metal on my ass.
He
for 2
died
years.
of dysentery. I hid this hunk of metal
You do a
2
good
years up
impression.
my ass.
You do a good impression.
Really?
Did you know that?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I've really tried.
Yeah.
I get all my self-worth from my Christopher Walken impression.
Okay, so
Do you have a recasting for that role?
I didn't recast it, but I have an actor that comes to mind,
Yeah.
and for the life of me, it's killing me that I can't remember his name. And I know who he is, and you're gonna tell me right at the second I tell you.
I got you.
But it's the alcohol man. I can't remember him right now.
Me, the alcohol man.
Okay. Jesus. Dentist in Django. General and
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph.
Yeah. See, I'm
as-
fuzzy, guys. I'm fuzzy.
Wow. You know what? That's a great pick.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Christoph
what I'd
Waltz,
pick.
the guy who's like, I'm going to show you the watch that I shoved up my ass for 2 years.
That's a bingo.
when I was in the concentration camp in Germany. Yeah, Christoph Waltz. That's another
what I'd
actor's actor, another guy who can deliver a freaking monologue
Yeah.
in 3 minutes. Last but not least, Ving Rhames, Marcellus Wallace, the
Yes.
gangsteriest of gangsters. Okay.
Yes.
You know, I want you to go first on this one. Tell me who you had playing Marcellus Wallace in
Okay.
your remake.
So I had Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal?
I had Shaquille O'Neal.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not shitting. I had, okay, guess who I had? It's another, okay. I'll give
Maybe
you
another basketball player?
another basketball player. Guess who it was? 3, 2,
I don't know. You got me.
2. LeBron James.
What?
Straight. Maybe it's a little bit of recency bias because I just saw Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. But LeBron, a funny actor, and I would love to see LeBron like just holding a shotgun, being like, "Pretty fucking far from okay." I think that he would. I mean, just imagine his 6'8" frame, and Shaq is like 7'2". I think those are two killer picks.
Yeah.
We had very similar picks because we had similar vibes
Yeah.
on who would play Marcellus Wallace, dude.
Yeah.
So that, unless you have another actor in the movie, I did not do any
Another actor
more.
plays another little
Just like
Marcellus.
anybody else, like in the recasting. I didn't have anybody else.
Yeah, actor recasting. Actually, I think I do. So
yeah, give it to me.
I'll give it to you. So for
Please.
Fabian, I had Carey Mulligan.
Oh,
That's who I chose. Yeah. And for Zed, I did Michael Shannon.
Ooh,
You
Michael
know
Shannon's a great
Yeah,
actor.
you know
man.
Michael Shannon can play that fucked up redneck that rides a motorcycle named Grace. Yeah.
So Fabian, the
Fabian.
French girl who's dating Bruce Willis.
Everyone's like a potbelly. I think a potbelly on a man makes him look sexy.
I want a pot belly. I want you to run your big hands around. I don't know what she says, but something
A
about
potbelly
how
in a
pot
woman
bellies
is
are super
disgusting.
sexy. I wish that they were, because that would mean that I was sexy.
Have a blueberry pies. Blueberry pancakes.
Blueberry pies, blueberry pancakes. Then you had who as Zed?
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon. Okay, you know what? I'll give you the opposite of Michael Shannon. David Harbour, aka Officer Hopper in
Officer
Stranger
Hopper.
Things.
That would be weird for me, man, if I watched Stranger Things and I saw him like being this fucking
like crazy Confederate
sexual-
rapist.
yeah,
Like,
Confederate sexual rape. Yeah, Confederate
but
rapist.
how scary is David Harbour, and how funny would it be to see him get shot in the dick? Like,
oh. Nah, man, I'm pretty fucking far from okay.
Is that what it sounds like when you get shot in the dick? Just
I imagine.
Oh.
I imagine it's not a pleasant sound.
Okay. Last but not least from the categories,
Okay.
pitching Pulp Fiction as a different genre. Let me
Ooh, I'm
just
excited for this
say
one.
at the top, I don't know what genre Pulp Fiction is.
Oh, I do.
I'm gonna go first because you went first last time. Pulp Fiction. If a studio head held the gun to my head, he said, "Pitch this fucking movie as a different genre," I would do it as an anthology horror movie, sort of like the most recent Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, where each of these,
Okay.
all the characters know each other, but it follows a different story, and in the end, it's a lesson about not getting involved in the gangster underworld. Because at the end, Samuel L. Jackson talks about how he wants to get out of the life that he's in right now. He's trying to be better, yada, yada, yada. I pitched this as a horror anthology because
okay.
we have the different stories. Yeah.
Wow,
what's
this
yours?
is so different than what I chose. I chose it as a Telemundo remake.
Like actual
okay,
Telemundo?
Let me paint the picture for you. Ready? Let me get the line ready. Ready? Here de puto inglés lo hables. Teach me English, motherfucker. Do you speak? Let me repeat that. He. I made him cry. He's crying. Holy fuck.
Please tell me again. I can't look at you while you do it. I'm gonna look away. Okay.
All right, one more time.
Okay.
Here de punto inglés lo hables. That's like the
What is your pitch though? I don't even know what the pitch is. You just said Spanish words.
Oh, come on. You know this would be a good Telemundo drama.
It really would, because they got all the storylines, the dramatic actors. That's true.
Yo soy bit.
Okay, so just to reiterate,
I'm such a white boy. I'm like, English, lo hablo,
Yo hablo inglés.
lo hablo inglés.
So Hunter is pitching this as a Telemundo TV drama.
TV drama.
Like if you're watching
5-episode
if it's
series.
like 3 p.m. and you just had geriatric surgery and you're like in the freaking like recovery ward and you're watching TV, you have
míos, Marvin.
Pulp Fiction as a Telemundo.
Adios míos, Marvin.
Okay.
Martin's head gets blown off. And Adios míos.
Okay, let's move on to trivia.
Trivia.
With producer Michaela. We are
Hi,
going
Michaela.
best out of 5. Best
Yeah.
3 out of
5.
5.
Yep.
So whoever says their name first, the name of the character who they're dressed up as,
Mia Wallace.
answers first. So Mia Wallace, Vincent Vega. So you have to say Mia. I have to say Vincent.
Yes.
Whoever answers first after the question comes gets to answer first. Okay, first
Yes.
question. Michaela, take it away.
All right, I'm going to go easy on you guys
Okay.
for the
Okay.
first question.
Okay.
All right, Mia and Vincent. What does Pumpkin call his girlfriend in the restaurant before they
Mia.
rob it? Hunter. I didn't even finish.
Is that-
Minus 1 point.
Okay,
No,
go
I'm just
for it.
kidding.
Is
I'm
it-
just kidding.
You
I'm just
say it,
kidding.
and
What?
I know it.
All right, what is
1, 2,
Honey bun.
3. Honey bunny.
Honey bunny.
Honey bunny.
Honey Bunny?
Honey
Honey
bunny is
bunny.
right. Okay, 1
Yep.
to Hunter. Whatever. Okay. Next question, please.
All right, next question. What does Vincent Vega order to drink at Jack Rabbit Slim's? That is what he orders to drink.
And drink. He'll have a Coke. Oh, Mia.
You
Mia
did.
Coke.
Vincent. He got it. He got
Yeah.
it. Go for it.
Hunter,
Sorry, I'm
you
so
are
sorry.
so...
Sorry.
Okay.
There we
So
go.
wait, what was the...
Vanilla,
There we go.
Vanilla
So,
Coke.
sorry.
Go for it.
I'm annoying my fiance right now.
Go
The
for
producer-
it.
The producer's going to cancel us.
You are canceled.
You've already
The
been
show is
canceled.
canceled.
Okay.
Okay. What ceramic animal does Butch keep his pocket watch on?
Mia. Mia.
Vincent Vega. Oh my god.
All
Okay.
right, Mia.
Kangaroo.
Let the record show that I knew that it was a kangaroo, but Hunter just speaks a lot faster than I do because he has asthma, which is an unfair advantage to have.
Wow.
The
If I
kid.
didn't have my weed inhaler pen that you said last time, I would pull that out right now. and
Hunter
take a
has
puff.
asthma, that's why he goes, Mia.
Are you asthma shaming me right now?
I totally. Was that a thing until this podcast?
You are asthma shaming me.
Why, you think you can win just because you have asthma?
Ooh, you have small lungs. Ooh.
The score is on to
We can
Mia
breathe.
to
Ooh.
Vincent Sierra. Give me the next question.
All right, I think it's Mia has 3, correct? Or
Two.
Two. Okay.
Vincent has 1.
So-
I'm the one.
All right. The next question is. No, that was 3. There is 3 because I did the ceramics. Okay, let's just
Okay,
go. Let's
okay.
just go on. Vincent Vega has a brother from another Tarantino movie.
Mia.
What movie and what is the character's name?
Mia. So I'm gonna get this probably half right. It's Reservoir Dogs,
Yes.
and it is he's an actor that's been in 3 other Tarantino movies, and I can't remember his name. So I'm gonna can I take half the point and see if you can get the rest of the point?
Gary, if you can get the full thing, I will give you the point. The full point.
I have no idea. Hunter knew it so fast. Let's say Charles Manson.
That's that's
very
it.
wrong. Very
That's the
wrong.
one. No, it is Reservoir Dogs. Hunter's right on that one. It's Mr. Blonde or Vic Vega,
Vega.
played by Michael Madsen.
Madsen. Does
Michael
he get a
Madsen.
point for that? Because he didn't know the name.
He gets half a point.
I get half a point.
Okay, so Hunter has 2.5. I have 0. To win, you have to have 3 points. So
I need to stop pointing this gun at my head. That's not a good thing to do.
This is literally a loaded gun.
I know it's a loaded gun. I keep pointing at my
Please
head.
do
That's
not
the
shoot
right-
yourself on this
No,
podcast.
I
I mean,
can't.
Gary, I hate to tell you, Hunter does have 3.5 points because we did the pumpkin one,
3.5.
Honey Bunny, Vanilla Coke, and the kangaroo.
So at this point, I'm just playing for pride.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I have a
no.
lot of pride.
This one-
I'm a white man.
know what?
My pride is endless.
This one's worth 3 points.
Okay, worth 3.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I can catch back up.
Sorry. This is the last question. All right. How many times? Oh, also, let me preface.
Yeah.
Whoever gets closest to this number gets the point.
Got it.
Gets the 3 points.
Got it.
To make it fair.
Got it.
How many times was the word fuck used in this movie?
Ooh.
Vincent.
Gary. Or Vincent.
187.
Okay. Hunter, do you want to take a stab at the...
Oh, he's not Hunter. He's Mrs.
Mia
Oh, I'm so
Wallace.
sorry. Miss Mia Wallace.
155.
You said
187.
187 and 155. The correct answer is 265 times.
Oh my god.
Do we have a tiebreaker question?
Tiebreaker.
Because I have 3. Here's 3.5.
I don't. I didn't think about that.
Well, in the meantime, until our producer finds our
Tiebreaker
bonus question, I
Yeah.
think that we should discuss one other thing that I found interesting about the movie.
Please.
Okay.
Please do.
Yes. Okay. I want to get a soundbite or a ringtone for my phone that's of John Travolta saying, "Oh fuck me, fuck me."
Yeah, you did it so well. Oh, fuck me. How many times in your life have you had a fuck me moment? Truly is like, there's a
many.
gangster who I'm working for and I'm about to kill his wife. Oh, fuck me.
Too many times, man.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay, we got another question.
We got
here.
one more question.
The tie-breaking question.
The
What's
tiebreaker.
the tie-breaking
This is
question?
it. Even though
Here
I totally
yeah.
cheap shotted my way to 300 points. Okay.
That's okay.
Let's
That's
do it.
okay.
One more question.
All right. It's only fair, right?
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Okay. The tie-breaking question. What type of car did Vincent Vega drive?
Vincent.
Mia. Oh, you said it
All
first.
right, go for it.
Chrysler 67. I know it's a Chrysler. I don't know the years, and I don't know the make or
Do
the
you?
model. Or
Do
sorry,
you
I know
know?
the make. Like a Chrysler. Let's just say Chrysler 67. See how far that gets me.
Not far
Frickin-
enough. I'm so sorry.
Frickin' Mia Wallace over here knows
All right, Miss Mia
baby.
Wallace.
Chevy,
take it away.
Chevy Malibu.
Chevelle
it.
Malibu.
Chevelle Malibu.
What year?
67.
50. No, 60. I don't know cars.
1964.
Oh, I was close.
Chevelle Malibu.
Well, okay.
He had the Chevy Malibu of it. Okay, damn. So once again, Hunter beats me movie trivia. Big whoop. Hunter is the film bro of
I'm your
the
typical
bunch
film
here.
bro.
But I wanted to lead us out with a special challenge for this week. I have the monologue, aka the Bible verse, pulled up that
Ooh.
what's his name, Jules,
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson delivers in the movie, and I want each of
Okay.
us to deliver that monologue.
Okay.
And we'll let the viewers decide who did it best.
Ooh, okay.
So
You guys should let us know on our Instagram or social media. Just tag us and tell us who did better.
yes.
Okay. You ready?
Would you like to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Oh man, I'm too drunk for this. I'm too
That's
drunk.
the whole point of Tipsy Flame.
I'm gonna take one more drink before you do this.
So I'll go as you're taking your drink. Okay. Are we ready? I think this is Ezekiel chapter something, verse something. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of the darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you. All right, big dick energy. Passing it on to Hunter. That was my take of the monologue. I have taken a few acting classes in my time. Let it be
Wow.
known.
So funny enough, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is real. This is actually real. I thought we were supposed to recite like the quote as best as we could without actually looking it up.
Oh,
so
no,
I was.
I
Gonna
have
be
it
like,
written on my
I was-
iPad.
I was
here.
gonna be like Philippines 4:13. I can do all things through Christ.
Let me just say Ezekiel 25:17, and I'm out.
All right, let me read
All
this.
right, Hunter's turn. Go for it, man.
Get the character. You are Jules. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequalities of the selfish and the tyranny of all evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. I got hair in my mouth. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and... Oh, God, more hair. Great...
You know my pain now, man.
Great vengeance and furious anger, those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
All right. Okay, let us
so
know
much
who
hair.
delivered it best.
God, I have so much hair in
Maybe
my
we can be
mouth.
recast Mrs. Mia Wallace
Hey.
in the remake of Pulp Fiction.
I'll have a $5 milkshake.
For episode 3 of Tipsy Flicks, I am Gary Boucher. This is
Hunter Gets.
aka Mrs. Mia Wallace. Vincent Vega. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be back
Thanks,
at you
guys.
next week with another classic movie that I guarantee all of you have seen. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
And
hey, Gary, let's let them know. Please follow us on all our social media right now.
All
Our
of our
Instagram, our
socials.
Twitter, or we even have a TikTok right now. And you can find us on TikTok as The Tipsy Flicks, on Instagram as The Tipsy Flicks, at
the Tipsy Flicks.
Twitter on Tipsy Flicks, and we hope to get a follow and see you guys there.
If you're going to live a sad, addicted life, be addicted to us.
Please.
Was that,
We only have
was
three
that a
ep-
good pitch?
We only have 3 episodes, but you can keep going.
Yeah, please
Just keep rewatching.
love us. We want love
Download
because
this
we never had
episode.
fathers. This half
I
of
had
the
a father.
screen never had fathers.
Yo,
And we
Soy
need
had a
love.
father. I had a father.
You had a father?
I had a father.
What was his name?
Steven.
Amen, Stephen. All
Amen,
right.
Stephen.
See you guys next time.
All right, have a good one, guys.